stick, mister.
Our French friend here is a liar of the first stripe.
I don't believe your current method of interrogation is going to get you what you need.
He is my prisoner. His each and every breath is a gift of my mercy.
You like the taste of mud, Frenchie?
Tell your engineers to cut a path due southeast. It'll bring you out on Lake Oswego. Should cut a full day off the portage time.
The question's going to be whether the Crown will want to spend the money. Well, engineering's expensive. The backs of British soldiers come a lot cheaper.
Stick, mister. Now. Leeds. Wipe some of that war paint off him.
Sure as hell ain't no Indian.
Judging by those boots, he's no civilian either. Who are you, mister?
Man asked you a question.
Monsieur, je regrette, mais je ne parle qu'un mot d'anglais.
Open the gate.
Right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Halt. Halt. Company, parachute. Set your fire on. Set your fire.
Well, what do we have here?
French soldier, dressed up like a Huron. Caught him up at Snake Creek.
He'll be worth interrogating.
I'm afraid you won't have much luck. Man speaks only French.
Allow me to make the evaluation on his merit scout. Take him to the stockade. It is not as if we are asking you to take up arms.
This is a war between the English and the French. I have no stake in it.
I find it ironic the French perceive what you cannot. That you and your colonists stand to gain far more from this war than the English do.
Nobody in the colonies sought this war. Least of all me.
Perhaps not. But I can only imagine what the wails of agony might sound like if we decided to take our leave. Yours among them. Elizabeth, the most vital commodity in this war is information. Now, you can talk to this man in his own language and find out what he knows. In battle, that intelligence can save lives.
This is only an interrogation. Yes?
All you need do is translate.
Give me a moment to get ready.
Afternoon.
Bonjour.
Listen, I was wondering about this stick.
Oh, bow. Stick, bow.
A bow stick.
Ouais.
I've never seen a French soldier carry one.
Non, non, ce n'est pas français. C'est japonais. Japon, Japon.
Like Japan.
Oui.
Well, tell me something. Why this instead of this?
Oh. Ah, oui, je comprends. Parce que ceci est très léger. Paf, paf, paf. Léger. Ça, hein? Je comprends, excusez-moi. Hein? Ça est très lourd. Oh. Oh.
Oh, you mean it's heavy?
Oh. Oui.
Well, would you mind showing me how to use it?
Ne comprends pas.
A demonstration.
Démonstration, oui, c'est sûr. Ah, por Dios, excusez-moi, un peu. Oui?
Good. That was very nice.
Encore?
Are you quite finished playing with the prisoner?
I think we're about done now. Thank you for the demonstration.
Avec plaisir.
Elizabeth?
We have some questions for you.
Nous avons quelques questions à vous poser.
Vous êtes tellement belle que vous devriez être français.
What did he say?
Well, he said that I have a beautiful accent.
Good. That should make things go faster. Now, how long have you been with the Huron?
Vous restez avec les Hurons depuis combien de temps?
Well, you two look awfully enterprising.
Absolutely. We're organizing a boxing match. The entry fee is 2 shillings. Winner take all. You want to get your name down?
Not until I know how it works.
Well, simple as pie. We draw lines on the floor, 2 men toe up to them. Then they fight till one of them goes down.
Now, wait a minute. You mean somebody fights somebody else when they don't have to?
Well, it ain't exactly fighting. No, it's more like... Well, yeah, I guess it is kind of like fighting. Except you get prize money if you're the last man standing.
Fighting for money. I've no need for it.
2 shillings, please.
So, you maintain you had come from the south?
Vous soutenez donc que vous êtes originaire du Sud?
Ouais, c'est vrai.
I find that explanation highly unsatisfactory.
Je trouve cette justification extrêmement insuffisante.
Si vous me disiez ce que vous trouvez satisfaisant, je pourrais peut-être inventer quelque chose pour vous.
He says that if you can tell him what you would find satisfactory, perhaps he can invent something for you.
No, thank you. But perhaps I can invent something for you. Fetch Sergeant Fallon at once.
If it means anything, I think he's telling the truth.
Forgive me, my dear Elizabeth, but your background has afforded you little experience with liars.
And I suppose you are an expert?
Oh, beyond your most vivid imagination. Which ensures I can recognize one at some distance. And our French friend here is a liar of the first stripe. Sergeant Fallon, I could use your assistance in this interrogation.
My pleasure, Captain.
Now, sir, let us try again. You maintain you had come from the south?
Vous soutenez que vous êtes originaire du Sud? Taylor, you can't.
I can and I must. I told you, Elizabeth, lives are at stake.
And I told you that I will have nothing to do with this.
I'm afraid I must ask you to reconsider.
Let me go.
Very well. But know that without your translation, this man is of absolutely no use to us. Which means he will probably die this very afternoon. Now, monsieur, let us continue.
C'est affreux ce qu'ils vous ont fait. Il n'y a aucune raison, même en état de guerre, de maltraiter un autre humain de cette manière.
Would that there were more like you and less like them.
I seen one of these once in Boston. This sailor fella made the mistake of swinging one of the gentlemen in a tavern.
What happened?
The gentleman had a Murdoch and Christie smoothbore pistol. Things like carrying a cannon in your pocket.
You know, I've never seen this kind of wood before.
Yeah, it's called bamboo.
Where would I find it?
It doesn't grow around here. Needs a warm climate, like cotton or tobacco.
Hawkeye, I need to speak with you.
Mrs. Shields?
Hello, Danko.
Well, I'd best be getting to the tavern. My fist has an appointment with a redcoat's face.
What is it, Elizabeth?
The prisoner. When Taylor left the interrogation, he spoke to me in perfect English.
Did he give a reason why he kept it a secret?
He thought that if the British could not communicate with him, he might not be beaten.
Not good thinking.
Why would Taylor hit him in the first place? What's the purpose?
There's a war. He's an enemy soldier.
Well, that's no reason.
Reason enough for Taylor.
Well, this man is just an ordinary soldier. There's no reason to mistreat him. I would appreciate it if you would speak to Taylor about this.
All right. I will. But first, I'm going to have an honest talk with an ordinary soldier in perfect English. I want to ask you a question. Where did you get the bamboo to make this stick? If you answer me in French, I won't be able to understand you. So we would both be better off if you'd answer in my tongue.
She told you.
She told me you were afraid of being beaten. I don't believe that.
And you perhaps would like to know the truth.
You don't owe me the truth, but I am curious.
Tell me, would you die for your country, for your people?
I don't reckon I have a country. But yes, I would die to protect my people.
I also am willing to suffer and to die for my countrymen. I'm no coward.
No, I don't believe you are. But you are a man capable of some deception.
Why do you say this?
When we captured you, you were wearing full war paint and carrying the weapons of a Huron warrior.
It was merely to adapt to the condition of this war.
Carrying a bow and quiver. The French don't teach their ordinary soldiers how to shoot arrows.
But perhaps they should. In the time it takes my enemy to discharge one lead ball, I can let loose 5 arrows. The smoke from the musket does not obscure my target. And a flight of arrows seen coming terrifies an enemy. A soldier once struck is incapable of combat until the arrow is removed. Finalement, in the wilderness, a bow and arrow is easy to manufacture. A rifle is not.
You certainly made a study of it.
C'est vrai, mon ami. I have an healthy desire to survive.
So what made you leave your home? Come here to fight?
Love of adventure. And a thirst for freedom. A desire not unlike your own, I suspect.
I have no desire for land and wealth, purchased with the blood of others.
Nor do I. Hey, do not include me with the rabble. Those Frenchmen who only care about greed and perpetual wilderness.
I don't count you as such.
Nor do I you, woodsman.
So, how should I count you?
As a fellow pilgrim, who, if time and circumstance were different, might be considered a friend.
Have your attention, gentlemen! Listen up here, please! Now, you all know the rules.
The hell with the rules, McKinney. How much is in the pot?
There's near 20 pounds in here. Winner take all.
That's right. Less, of course, the 10% promotion fee my friend forgot to mention.
Leaving what? How much is the 10%?
Well, 10% of 20 pounds is
It's 2 pounds, McKinney.
Right. As I was saying, there's 20 pounds there, less 2 pounds. Winner takes all. Right then. Over here, we have from Bear Park, Mr. Richard Tucker. And his opponent from King George's 35th Regiment, Mr. Jonathan Fallon.
And in this line, also from His Majesty's Royal Army, Lieutenant Robert Merriwell. Against, from our own Fort Bennington, Sam the Blacksmith Danko.
All right, gentlemen, good luck to you all, and may the best man win.
Go on, let's get it underway. Hey, go on. Come on. You go on.
And
Come on, Sonny. Come on.
fight!
We ought to put all of our money on Fallon. Nobody here can take him.
You're probably right, Pete. But let's give him a few fights first. See if he's in shape to go the distance.
I love this. Beats making horseshoes by a mile.
Private!
Yes, Captain.
Bring the prisoner.
Captain?
Hawkeye, allow me to solicit your opinion on something. Our responsibility in the assault on Ticonderoga is the capture and control of the southeast sector, which means taking our troops along Bear Creek to the Ticonderoga Road, through the mountains, and traversing Snake Creek here.
It's an intelligent path.
Yes. You say you came upon our prisoner and his Huron friends here.
Yes, they were headed up into the mountains.
Exactly. If they were a splinter from a larger contingent, that company might be still somewhere along our route.
It's possible, but not likely.
And why not?
Well, if there were more of them, we'd have come face to face with them. The Mingos don't usually leave their brothers behind to be captured.
Still, I would prefer to know precisely, which I intend to.
Yes, well, what I came to speak to you about is your prisoner. I don't believe your current method of interrogation is going to get you what you need.
Really? Pray tell why.
He's a strong-willed man, able to take punishment, and more able to dig in if mistreated.
Hawkeye, when you entered, I asked you for an opinion. You gave it. However, I did not ask for your opinion regarding either the treatment or mistreatment of enemy soldiers.
Begging your pardon, Shields, but...
Beg nothing. He is my prisoner. His each and every breath is a gift of my mercy. A gift which shall be taken away if he continues to be uncooperative. That is all.
Come on, Frenchie, the captain's waiting. Look at him. Is he a soldier there or a pig in slop? Look at this. I'll be needing to wash my uniform now. Listen, of course, you lick it clean. You like the taste of mud, Frenchie? Get up. Get up. You listen better.
That's enough, Fallon.
Captain Shields wants this man alive.
McKinney? McKinney?
Sir, McKinney and Peavy are here to see you.
McKinney and Peavy?
Yes, sir. The boys from the trading post?
I know who they are. What in God's name? Send them in. Am I correct in assuming you have some specific reason for coming here?
Yes, sir. It's about the French prisoner, sir.
What about him?
Well, we were thinking...
Which I'm sure you found an unique and exciting experience.
Yes, sir.
But exactly what were you thinking about?
Well, sir, we thought it would be a good idea to let the French prisoner fight in this tournament we're having.
And why is that?
Well...
Might it be that you witnessed the fortuitous blow he landed against Sergeant Fallon?
No, sir, we didn't see anything for what it's...
And because of that, you believe that wagers placed on the Frenchman will pay off handsomely?
No, Captain. Twere nothing like that.
Very well, boys. I'm going to allow the Frenchman to fight in this little match of yours, on the condition that he be paired against Sergeant Fallon.
All right.
It will prove invaluable for the morale of my men to see that Sergeant Fallon gives him the sound beating he deserves. Let it serve as a symbol of what our army will do to the French.
Yes, sir.
A symbol, sir.
Get out.
So how you feeling?
Fine. Maybe a little sore. But no worse than in the morning on bivouac. So, tell me, you've come to inquire about my health.
Not exactly. I was wondering if you might be an officer in the French army.
But why? What makes you think this?
Just that you keep turning out to be different than you appear.
But there would be no advantage to me keeping the secret. If I were an officer, I would be traded to the French side.
You wouldn't have to fight Sergeant Fallon.
Has it occurred to you that possibly I wish to fight the sergeant?
Then you wouldn't be as smart as I think you are.
Well, maybe I'm the better fighter.
Maybe. But he's good. And he's big. And usually the good bigger man will beat the good smaller man every time.
Ouais, c'est vrai, mais in any event, I will not be traded and I will fight the sergeant.
Even though you can't win.
Mon ami, sometimes in war, victory is not as important as inflicting punishment.
I understand what you're saying. But this time, when he hit you, I'd stay down.
Tell me, woodsman, if our position were reversed, what would you do?
I'd fight him. But I'm a woodsman. I'm not expected to know any better.
Gentlemen, commence.
What do we do?
Beats me.
What if we call it a draw?
You can't do that. Either one of them look like a winner to you?
No.
Well, then they both get to be losers. Let's get on to our next match. House rules that both men are eliminated. So let's get on to our next bout. The pride of Fort Bennington, Sergeant Fallen. And his challenger...
The unknown Frenchman.
Take him down to Sanger. Gentlemen, good luck.
What's gone wrong?
You ain't getting any punches in, that's what's going wrong.
Why doesn't someone stop this?
All he has to do is fall down.
Help me get him to the infirmary.
All our money. Every last penny.
Yeah, well, sometimes you lose some, sometimes you win some, and maybe that's why they call it gambling.
Do not make a noise.
Believe me, the last thing I wish in this world is to have to kill you. Truly, I beg you, do not make it necessary.
Two more matches, and all that money's yours. Formality, my friend. It's mine already.
Where you going?
Call nature, my friend.
Calling nature, or that 5 pints of ale you just guzzled?
Halt! Who goes there? Who is it? Show your face. You. What are you doing here?
Leaving, you fool.
I should have killed you before.
Yes. But like all the rest, you are an idiot.
What happened?
He's escaped. We've got to warn Captain Shields.
What is it?
It's the French prisoner, Taylor. He's escaped.
Captain Shields, sir, they found Sergeant Fallon outside the tavern. He's dead. Whoever done it broke up his face pretty well.
More importantly, they broke his neck.
Hawkeye, in my headquarters now. I'm certain he will head toward Ticonderoga. Do you think he's aware of our attack?
It's possible. The man's more complicated than he seems.
What do you mean?
Everything that he has done since the time he was captured till the time he escaped seemed to have a purpose.
As if he had a plan.
Like a hunter stalking game.
An ordinary soldier usually spills his stomach at the first hint of torture. This man took a beating, and he told me nothing.
He took 2 beatings, Taylor.
At the hands of Fallon. But what could that possibly have to do with any plan?
But if I were a prisoner in an enemy camp, I would find it much easier to escape from the infirmary rather than the stockade. The hard part is figuring out how to get into the infirmary.
And then he killed Fallon. Do you think this man is a spy?
I don't know, but I do know he's no ordinary soldier.
If he knows of our plans and manages to get back to the French lines, they could ambush us and massacre my men anywhere along this route. The militia in York, Delaware would be slaughtered as well. He's got to be stopped.
I agree. I'll try and bring him back.
Don't try, Hawkeye. Do it. I will send some men with you.
I'm better off alone.
He has a head start.
I'll find him.
This man is dangerous.
Some people say that about me, Taylor. I don't want to harm you. I just want to take you back. I'll make the British trade you for one of their own officers in prison.
It's not possible. I cannot go back.
I can guarantee your safety.
It's not my safety that concerns me.
Then whose?
I believe you know very well. Tell me, woodsman, if you were I, would you surrender with the knowledge that your comrades and friends, who you know and who you love, would be attacked in 3 days' time, probably killed?
How did you know the British were going to attack in 3 days?
It's simple. It was the reason I came to Fort Bennington. It was the reason I allowed you to capture me in the first place.
I can't let you go back and warn them. I can't let my people be killed.
No one understands this better than I. So, the insanity of war has brought you and I to this. A moment all warriors must face, no matter which side they defend.
I don't want to do this.
I take no pleasure in it. Ha. Do you have a name?
People call me Hawkeye.
They call me Luke.
The men here at Fort Bennington diverted their thoughts from the fears and horrors of the coming battle as best they could.
Gentlemen, for all the money.
I have asked myself why men of such uncommon sensitivity and intelligence allow themselves to kill each other. I fear with all my heart there is no answer to that question. And yet, I pray that someday men like Luke and Hawkeye will find one.